Humans are very strange creatures, especially when they like someone. Instead of simply saying, "Hey, I like you," most people suddenly start acting like undercover spies in a low-budget romantic comedy. We have all been there. Completely normal, functioning adult human beings suddenly reduced to detectives. The second we develop a crush on someone, they overthink texts, they replay conversations in their head, they panic after accidentally liking an old Instagram photo from 2018, and somehow one simple crush turns normal adults into detectives searching for emotional evidence. Accidental old photo like is genuinely one of the most terrifying things that can happen to a person. Your art just leaves the body for a moment. That's why people constantly ask, how do I know if someone likes me? And honestly, the answer is both very simple and unbelievably confusing, because people show attraction in different ways. Some become very talkative, some become nervous, some act extra confident, and some suddenly forget how language works completely. Frustrating part is there's no universal signal. One person gets confident, another completely forgets how sentences work. You ask them a simple question and they respond with, "Yeah, the weather sandwich is yes." Absolutely destroyed. One of the biggest signs someone likes you is simple. They pay attention to you, a lot of attention. Humans naturally focus on things they care about, which is why someone who likes you suddenly remembers tiny details about your life. You casually mention your favorite snack one time 3 months ago. Now they are standing there saying, "I saw this and thought of you." That's not memory, that's emotional research. They also try to continue conversations longer than necessary. You say good night, and suddenly the conversation continues for another 40 minutes. Nobody accidentally stays awake until 2 a.m. discussing favorite pizza toppings, and that's romance, my friend. Now, attention is honestly the clearest signal of all. People are busy, distracted, and exhausted. So consistent focus on you specifically means something. Let's talk about body language, because the human body exposes feelings faster than the brain can hide them. Someone who likes you usually faces toward you during conversations. They make eye contact, they smile more, and sometimes they mirror your movements without realizing it. You cross your arms, a few seconds later they cross theirs too. You lean forward, they lean forward. Congratulations. Your bodies are syncing like Bluetooth devices. People also get weirdly nervous around their crushes. Suddenly, they start fixing their hair every 6 seconds or laughing too hard at jokes that honestly weren't that funny. You could say, "I dropped my spoon today," and they react like you just performed live comedy. Amazing. Another huge sign is eye contact. If someone keeps looking at you repeatedly, especially in groups, there's usually a reason. Humans look at what they like. That's why people stare at puppies, pizza, and attractive people. Science is accidentally storing snack preferences in their long-term memory. That information got saved on a purpose. Now, modern dating mostly happens through phones, which means people now study texting patterns like they are decoding ancient secrets. How long did they take to reply? What does this emoji mean? Why did they like my message instead of replying? Nobody knows. Dating apps and texting have turned communication into psychological warfare, but there are still obvious signs. Someone who likes you usually finds reasons to message you, even when the conversation is completely unnecessary. They send random memes, they ask tiny questions, they suddenly care deeply about your opinion on movies, music, or sandwiches. And if they respond very quickly most of the time, that's usually a good sign too, unless they are always on their phone. In that case, they might just have screen addiction, which honestly is most of society now. Another clue is effort. If someone writes thoughtful replies, remembers conversations, and keeps engaging with you, they probably enjoy talking to you, because nobody writes 5 detailed paragraphs to someone they dislike unless they are arguing online. Finding this useful? Subscribing is honestly just your brain recognizing patterns. of value, which, as we just covered, is exactly how interest works. Now, this is where humans become emotionally ridiculous. Sometimes people who like you get slightly jealous, not the terrifying movie kind, just small reactions. You mention another person and suddenly their energy changes a little. They ask more questions, they act slightly awkward, or they pretend not to care while obviously caring very deeply. Humans are terrible at hiding emotions, especially romantic ones. Another sign is effort. People make time for things that matter to them. If someone consistently wants to see you, talk to you, or include you in their life, that usually means something.
He needs some milk.
Nobody rearranges their schedule repeatedly for someone they feel completely neutral about. That would be exhausting, and humans are naturally lazy. Now, unfortunately, attraction is not always obvious. Some people are naturally friendly, some are shy, some flirt with everyone accidentally, and some panic so hard around their crush that they avoid them completely, which is incredibly unhelpful. That's why reading signs is never perfect. Sometimes someone likes you, sometimes they are just being kind, and sometimes even they don't know what they feel. Humans barely understand themselves half the time, but generally, if someone consistently gives you attention, makes effort, remembers details, enjoys talking to you, and seems happy around you, there's a pretty good chance they like you, at least a little. So how do you know if someone likes you? Usually through small patterns: attention, effort, body language, nervousness, curiosity. People reveal emotions in tiny ways without realizing it. And honestly, that's what makes attraction interesting. It's awkward, confusing, sometimes stressful, but also kind of exciting, because deep down humans just want connection, even if we express it in the weirdest ways possible, like pretending not to care while checking our phones every 6 seconds, waiting for one specific text. Human beings are incredible, and honestly, that's probably how you know someone likes you. An entire video about how people show interest through small consistent effort over time. The subscribe button is right over down there or this side, and I have consistently been showing up. I have been consistently showing up with content, so I will let you do the math on what that means.
Another one, another one, another one, another one, another.
But what the hell, boy?
No, but honestly though, forget about me. Thank you for the 20-cent tip, Fardeeds. Appreciate that. Go to a good cause.